Hey everyone, it's Fun Around and my name is Jordan. I apologize if there's some loud rain in the background. I'm going to get up close to the mic, do the best I can so you can hear me. This video will be for Sunday's two games. We have a game 1 and a game 7. I'm going to do some same game parlays. The last same game parlay for game 6 of the Warriors and the Rockets did hit last video, so take the same method and go with it. There is a prop that I like for that game 7. I'll talk about it. Let's get into it. You will see images that come up on the screen right here. That's from a data app called Outlier. There will be a link in the description for a 7-day free trial for Outlier. So let's talk about the Pacers and the Cavaliers. You guys mostly know I'm a Cavaliers fan. I watched them all year long. If you look at the season series, if you've been watching breakdowns on this, you probably heard Pacers are 3-1 against the Cavaliers this year, but a lot of it has to do with the Cavaliers sitting a lot of their starters. They played like 2 of the last 3 games of this season. The Cavaliers did not need those wins, so they did not play many of their starters. They kind of went 1 for 1, but there still was some injuries involved. So we can't really go off of the historical data for this year. So basically, we have two teams that like to play fast, and the Cavaliers have a lot of shooters. They don't have too many flaws. They look great defensively. They're shooting the ball well. They have the bigs. They have the guards. They have all of that. The Pacers went to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. Tyrese Halliburton, when he is on, he can really lead a team through some difficult games and be that guy. He can also be a great distributor, one of the best passers in the league. They do have 2 solid big men and Pascal Siakam and Miles Turner. They have good defenders like Andrew Nembhard on the perimeter, and Aaron Naismith is a great shooter. And then they have a good bench with TJ McConnell and Obi Toppin. Cavaliers also bring a lot of depth. They're going to play 10 guys deep. And I believe Kenny Atkinson is going to try to keep that 10-man rotation for as long as possible until he gets desperate and he needs to cut it down a little bit. But for right now, having guys like Sam Merrill come in to get threes, I know his lines aren't out yet right now when I'm filming this, but Sam Merrill's been great shooting the ball, especially at home. I know a lot of people are already talking about Boston and Cleveland in the Eastern Conference Finals, but I definitely hope the Cavaliers aren't overlooking the Pacers, and I don't think they will overlook the Pacers. This is a team that has the pieces to frustrate you. And so that's just a small breakdown of the players and everything. Of course, I think Cleveland's going to win the series because I'm a Cleveland fan and I'm biased. For these same game parlays, I do want to stick with the home teams because I feel like that's where the best advantage is. Like if you did a parlay for the Nuggets, the Nuggets Clippers game 7, you would have hoped that you had a lot of Nuggets players involved because the home teams really play well in the playoffs, especially game 7s. But let's talk about this game 1 with the Cavaliers. So I have a parlay for Fanduel at -118. So this is a prop that was a pretty good payout game 1 versus the Heat, and I'm going back to it. The payout isn't as great, so we got to add a second leg. But Max Strus, 2+ 3-pointers made. He did not go over in that 55-point blowout. He got 4 attempts up, didn't play much of the second half, but anyway, that's just a crazy game. You don't see 55-point blowouts. But to start off that series in game 1, I feel like he shoots a lot better at home, and the data backs it up. He knocked down 4 threes in that game, and I can see him coming out. He's in the starting lineup, knocking down threes early, and I filtered 2 home games just to see, and he's gone over with 2+ 3-pointers made in 72% of home games this year. And then to add on to that, Darius Garland is still questionable with that toe injury. He did not practice on Saturday. So it is a questionable status, not a doubtful status. The lines are out for him. Ty Jerome's lines are moving up a little bit, but we will see. I still like Ty Jerome for over 9.5 points, so 10+ points here. Even if Garland does play, he is going to be one of the main guys off the bench along with DeAndre Hunter. and he's going to be the main ball handler off the bench. Which, in one of those games against the Pacers right before the season ended, he played about 25 minutes, which is about his role. Versus the Pacers, he scored 24 points against them. And then he came out in game 1 and had a huge game. He struggled in game 2, and then he did well in games 3 and 4 versus the Heat. But I've watched him all season long, and he definitely thrives off the home crowd. He loves it when the shots go in and everybody goes crazy. He'll just go and do some more Heat checks. So definitely love Ty Jerome at home. I know you see that home game there, game 2, where he struggled. But after you have a huge game in game 1, the Heat are definitely going to game plan against you to make sure you don't have that type of game. So if Garland is out, I do like Ty Jerome assist as well. If you want to look at that, I just like his regular assist lines at 3.5. He crushed that with Darius Garland out. And also for these guys, I took a look at the Bucks, and I saw Gary Trent Jr. Was able to knock down a lot of threes. They play a lot more minutes than these Cavaliers players are going to play in their rotation. And also AJ Green was able to knock down a lot of threes. So the Pacers did give up a lot from the perimeter from these guard positions. So I feel good with going with both of these guys for a parlay. So if you guys could, please like the video. And if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. If you have a little bit of extra time, could you leave a comment for the algorithm? You just put the number 7 for this game 7 coming up. And also I want to shout out the app Novig. If you haven't heard, Novig is a social sports book. So if you can't use traditional sports books like Fanduel or DraftKings in your state, check the map right here. If your state is on there, you can download Novig, make an account. They'll give you $5 free. And then you can bet spreads. You can bet game lines. You can do parlays with game lines. You can, single bet with player props. You can do all that stuff where you are, and their payouts are still solid. They just got added to Outlier. So if you get in there and you get the $5 free and you like it and you want to add some extra cash, use promo code FINDAROUND11, all caps. They'll give you 50% off up to $25. So check out Novig. I'll put a link in the pinned comment. That'll take you straight there. And then the Game 7 Warriors at the Rockets. The Rockets have a lot of momentum right now. They blew out the Warriors at home. Then they went to Golden State, and they really made the Warriors look like they're quitting there near the end. Just a huge fourth quarter for them. So putting this parlay together, I was looking at props. I did see Jalen Green over 7.5 rebounds plus assist, and that is plus money, and he has hit it in 5 out of the 6 games this series. So I was looking to bump this down, which Outlier says on FanDuel they have it at minus 158, which means for a second leg, just to make that a little bit better, it wouldn't have to be too much. But I couldn't find it on FanDuel. They didn't have the alternate lines for rebounds plus assist for him. That prop, if you want to get plus money, just go straight up Jalen Green rebounds plus assist. I know he hasn't been scoring well, but he's been doing the other stuff very well in this series. So with FanDuel, I got a parlay for minus 106. So I went with Jalen Green rebounds at 4+ rebounds. When I checked that rebounds plus assists, the rebounds has been consistently high. He had a lot of assists to start off the series, but the assists has kind of slowed down a little bit. So that's why I'm not just throwing that prop up there and saying this is the bet that I feel the most confident about, because the assist is dropping, but the rebounds have been good. So in all 6 games, he's averaging 9.5 rebound chances, and normally you cut that in half. So let's say it's around 10, you cut that in half, you have 5. You cut the 9 in half, and then you have 4.5. So you're still going over this mark even if you cut it in half. But he's converting the rebound chances at a much higher rate, going over in 5 out of the 6 games. And then to add on to that, I like Alfred Sengun over 4 assists. So what you see on the screen right now is his assists versus the Warriors the past 2 seasons. So the tail end of that is the playoff series, and then the rest is the past 2 years. So he did not go over in game 1, but ever since then they've been forcing the ball out of his hands, and he's been making plays, and his assists have gone up, and he's been able to get this done. So I do look for the Warriors to continue to try to get the ball out of his hands, because they don't have too much size on their team. So Afrin Sengun, if they don't force the ball out of his hands, he's going to beat them in the post, and he is a great passer as well. So Jalen Green for 4 rebounds, Sengun for 4 assists, minus 106 right now on FanDuel. So I like both of those plays. So if you guys would like to discuss lines further, I have a Discord. Link is in the description. You can hop on in there, talk about NBA, baseball. WNBA is coming up. I'm going to be making videos for that. I watched all year long, learned all the players. I'm going to have to learn the new rookies. I watched the draft, and there was a lot of players. I didn't know their names, but we're going to get familiar with them as well, and spend a lot of time doing research on those players last year, and it actually was pretty fun. So I'll be getting those videos out when the season starts, and they're kind of in a preseason right now. So this Discord is free. And then as far as a recap goes, I did 2 unders on that game 6. Under on Draymond Green, points plus assist. He actually came 1 away. He had one of his best passing games, and I was starting to get worried. And then Jalen Green under points plus assist. He just is not scoring the ball well right now. His points line is pretty low for what he was doing for the season. The Warriors are really taking him out of the game. I would say I'm looking for a breakout game 7, but I don't know. We haven't seen that in him yet. He's still so young. So the parlay did hit, and hopefully these 2 same game parlays will hit. I feel like with this playoffs, a lot of people are already getting frustrated with it. Because teams make adjustments. Every game is not the same as the last one or the previous 2, and all that, and so on and so forth. So it's really difficult to predict. So taking what we've seen and then kind of bumping down on some alt lines for like 2 guys, I think is a good way to go. Betting these playoffs. So I'm going to get this edited and get it out to you. God bless you all. It's fun around. My name is Jordan. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.